longer. I can set my And welcome everyone to Inside the Two alongside Dallas Kolodny and Adam Verhochko. If you're wondering where Nelson is, he's on vacation. Yep, mid-season form, that Paul Nelson.
I just think that he just couldn't cut it. That's why he's not here. And
That's
I'm here.
it. And you know who could? Adam Verhochko. We call him AV. Yeah. In case you weren't aware, we started a new thing this season on Inside the Two, and it's social media. Yeah, Twitter. Tweet us. We'll put it on the show, just like it says there. Keep it clean, and you can see the bottom half of the ticker there under the sports scores. We will put your tweet on, but again, be nice, keep it clean, and Mike Rogers will allow it to go through because he is the gatekeeper. Hey, we got to also talk a lot of high school football, and we're going to start you off with the game of the night, Battle of Undefeateds, Dallas.
The Battle of Undefeateds, but a little bit of a difference in these teams tonight. Let's head out.
Let's head to Solomon Road in Carson, where the Senators took on the North Valley's Panthers. Let's start with the opening drive, Panthers ball, with Milando Cachapero under center. He takes the quarterback keeper when Carson Stefan Sobkowitz forces the fumble. His teammate Nevin Elliott picks up the loose ball and proceeds to take it all the way in for the defensive touchdown to make it 7-0 Carson. On the Panthers' ensuing drive, Cachapero scrambles to the left, throws the pass that's caught by Anthony Hankins for the big first down. And that would set up this North Valley scoring play. Cachapero takes a snap, scrambles before he's taken down in the end zone for the Panthers' first touchdown of the game. 7-6 Carson still leading after the missed field goal. On the ensuing kickoff, North Valley's gets it to Carson's Joey Thurman. Now his teammates gives him some room with some great blocks up front, and that helps Thurman run with some daylight. You see that right there? He gave me a look, making sure that I'm recording. I got you getting that big return, and that would put Carson up 14-6. But in the end, Carson was just too much for North Valley's as they win big, 49-12. Let's head to South Reno now, where the Damani Ranch Mustangs took on Reno, and the Mustang fans out in full force despite being down 24-7 at halftime. Start of the third, Matthew Young takes the snap for the Huskies for the quick three-step drop, passes to Travis Priestley in goal line territory, and that sets up this scoring play as Young takes a quarterback keeper, gets banged around by the Mustang defense, and ends up in the end zone to increase the Husky lead by 24 points. Later in the third, Mustang's ball as Kyle Doherty takes the handoff, scrambles left to throw the deep ball.
It's all right, roll with it, power through, that's what we all do.
Yeah, well, later, the Huskies made a big move on defense themselves as Doherty takes a snap, is immediately stopped by Nicholas Slezak and Anja Anderson-Laking as the Huskies beat the Mustangs 31-7 and forgot a big play.
Yeah, happens.
I'm still cooler than Paul Nelson.
See, you thought, I was just going to say, you thought Paul Nelson wasn't here, but in spirit.
In spirit,
Yes.
yeah.
That sounds like something he might do. No big deal, AV. Good job today. We still got to talk a little more high school football, but the rest of it's coming up after the break, so stick around. Did that just blow your TV speakers out?
That was
blowing my ear out
loud.
right now.
Loud.
Holy moly. Hey, welcome back to Inside the Two. Adam Verhochko in for Paul Nelson. Well, not really. You've seen him in this part of the show, actually, doing the Division 1A North highlights, and Dallas Kolodny, of course, on Inside the Two all the time now as well. Hey, we got to talk a little Division 1A North highlights.
Can't beat these games. These kids, they play tough. Some of the best football in the region. So let's...
Now the Fernley band here is getting ready for fall as the Vaqueros took on the Sparks Railroaders. Let's jump to the second half. Fernley leads 34-0. Sparks on fourth and short, trying to move the chains.
Maybe they were already ready for fall.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Quarterback Master Sells gets crushed by linebacker Max Shaw. And then Vaqueros threatening as Connor Timerson takes the give, stiff arms the defender, and keeps his feet moving. He punches this in for 6. The extra point would make it 41-0 Vaqueros. Later, Railroaders get a spark of defense as Paxton German gets hit as he takes a handoff, and the ball is loose as Sparks falls on it, but that would lead to a punt. Then the last play of the game, Sparks inside the 10, trying to avoid a shutout. Master Sells rolls right, but is sacked by Tanner German and Brian Reyes. Fernley takes this one, 41-0.
That was like a slow-mo sack right there. Hey, as always, we appreciate it when you coaches and fans call in the scores to our sports department. And here's a couple that were called in tonight. How about those Lowry Buckaroos up in Winnemucca looking staunch against the South Tahoe Vikings, 57-0. And the Yerington Lions throwing a shutout as well. Harrison Cisneros with 10 rushes for 179 yards in a score in that ball game as his Lions roll. Now, don't you go anywhere. We still got to talk a little Mountain West Conference football. Huge game tonight. Huge. Boise State and Fresno State. We also have a Wolfpack Hawaii preview coming up, so stick around. Okay, so welcome back to Inside the Two. Got a question for you. Maybe you've heard of Boise State football. Maybe you've heard of Fresno State football. Both these teams picked to win their respective divisions in the Mountain West Conference, of course, the Mountain and the West, and they went at it tonight in a preview of what could be the Mountain West Championship.
Meanwhile, the Reno Bighorns had a big-time guest tonight at the Tamarack Junction. Basketball Hall of Famer and Warrior great Chris Mullen was on hand to meet with Bighorn season ticket holders. Now, Mullen was recently brought into the Kings front office as a chief advisor, with the Kings taking over basketball operations for the Horns, and Mullen will help make personnel decisions for Reno.
Don't you go anywhere. If we have time, we're going to check in on some plays of the night. And welcome back to Inside the Two. Time for Plays of the Night, the limited edition. Hug and Douglas, Sonny Robinson to Josh Rivera in the Hug Hawk. Makes a couple moves, and he's gone about 75 yards. Douglas goes on for the 14-6 win, though.
Spanish Springs and Galena. Hunter Freilich, he's headed to Nevada, rolls out, throws one to the end zone. Garrett Parks with the touchdown and the walk, but Galena wins 41-28.
Carson in North Valleys. Carson's Joey Thurman gets a hole big enough to drive a truck through, checks to make sure he's on camera, and scores.
And thanks for joining us on Inside the Two. For Dallas, Adam, I'm Garrett. Join us again next week, won't you?